We're here today to talk about diversity and inclusion and unconscious bias and neuroscience. And the reason we've put on this taster today is a lot of our clients are really interested in this area. What we talk about today, actually, it's the smart thing to do. Diverse organisations and inclusive organisations are more profitable, they grow quicker, and are more successful.
One of the questions that you might ask is, why is it worth bringing some neuroscience into something like diversity and inclusion? We kind of know what it is, so what might the neuroscience add? Our brains are there to work out what are the things that commonly happen in our environment and to really pay attention to those, because they're going to happen again and again. So once you know them, then you can notice when they are happening and notice when something different is happening.
Essentially, that is realising that we all have biases in ourselves, and that's perfectly normal. But it's understanding those better, and by understanding those you can pay attention to them and be aware of them and essentially minimise those biases.
Psychological safety is something that's come out of the behavioural literature, but we're now at a stage of really understanding what happens in your brain when you feel psychologically safe, but also when you feel psychologically unsafe. And the part of the brain that's probably most important for that is the amygdala, which is the bit of the brain that responds when we feel fear. And what it causes us to do is to become much more vigilant, to pay attention to lots of different things. Now imagine that you're in a workplace and, for instance, you've got a boss and you don't know whether your boss is going to be nice or nasty on a particular day. So you're always walking in there fearful about what you're going to experience. That means that your brain is really operating to control your emotions, to not respond in a way that would be inappropriate.
When we think of safety, often we think of physical safety, but psychological safety is understanding what it really feels to be safe in the organisation. And when I mean safe, I mean being able to bring your very best to work every day. So to be really creative, to be really innovative, to problem solve. And to create those conditions, you need to have psychological safety, that people can focus on being creative and not spending their time looking after their identity. And that's why psychological safety is really important.